Go on in.
Update alert, update alert. Oh, too much spinach. So just in case people are wondering, we've had a few complaints about the microphone situation. So we've got a bigger microphone so you can hear me okay. All right. This one plays a tune as well. Right, we'll start with the update. This is going to be my ride for the Heritage Sprint Race, which I think is the 11th of
12th and 13th
of
August.
This is our Toftail prototype frame. We're going to leave it patina, 1200 bandit engine, which will have a set of drag pipes on. That will have a booster rear wheel and a booster front end and a stretch tank and a throttle and maybe a back brake, and that'll be about it. So I'm gonna crack on with that tomorrow. So on our next update next week, technically that should almost be running. We'll see. Ewan's Urban Scrambler is proper underway, as you can see. This is our own frame and swinging arm with an 850 Triumph carb engine. We've got getting a set of billet yokes made for this, which are in production at the moment, and we're going to keep the Triumph running gear, as in the wheels and forks, at this stage, and that's going to have an old school Triumph tank on it and a particular seat that he wants. So that'll move on. Again, it would be nice. Hagen rear shocks. Yeah, Tony at Hagen built these up for us. These are the, God, what ones are they? They're the Nitro. Or the, I can't remember. It's been a busy week. Well, in fact, the whole, since Goodwood and our little show last week, it's just been mental. And obviously the Great British Summer has been a complete fuck up. So that hasn't made life easier. And with the hat is Jake's Ducati, which he wants to run this at the Heritage. He's got a few bits that he wants to do on it. Again, he's going to start all that tomorrow. But it's a runner. He's got some ideas for it, and he's going to, he's going to crack on with that. So probably next week we should have we'll have a proper update on that. And then we come to the WL Replica. So I thought it prudent that I wore a hat that was kind of like in keeping with the era of the bike. We like to keep these seats covered because they're all lovely, shiny wood leather. This is really coming on well. We're all very, very happy with this one, and particularly the customer. Next job on this will be the paint job, which I won't tell you what the customer wants, so you'll just have to wait on an update on that. And Dello will weave his magic with the exhaust, which will come out this way. We've just oiled the fishtail for this, so that will be, hopefully, that might well be in action with the exhaust on it for next week. So yeah, keep an eye on that one. Does this hat fit me all right?
Perfect, mate.
Finally, again, we like to keep stuff covered up because these are very expensive seats that Pete's had done. Finally, we can reveal what's been going on here. We did reveal it at our little show last week in all its glory. It is only sort of kind of a dry build. It's not running yet because Jake hasn't finished he has started the electrics. But as I've always said with these custom builds, the biggest problem, well, not the biggest problem, something that just looks fucking shit sometimes, is a number plate. And when we went to the bike shed, we thought there's all those clever builders there. They will have an answer as to how you deal with the number plate situation. And the way they dealt with it was the way we dealt with it, was when we unveiled it, is they didn't put a number plate on it. So that kind of doesn't really cut mustard, I'm afraid. So we did want to go in here, but the suspension travel, put that out the way. and now so Delos, we've basically done what the modern bikes do, and we're putting the number plate back there. I mean, answers on a postcard. What you think? I think I've never been a lover of these, but I have to say on this, I think it's the right thing to do. And he likes to keep everything symmetrical. These aren't the wheels that are going in this. We've only put these in for build up. So that's the number plate situation. The other big thing on this, the other brief on this, is that he wanted a removable pillion seat for those times when you do want to put the missus or anybody on the back, to make it easy. So that's what we've done. We haven't actually road tested it with anybody on it yet. So if anybody fancies being the guinea pig for that, when I road test it, again, answers on a postcard and let us know. Lots of nice bits on this. The 2-into-1, billet yokes, which again, this is sort of in build-up process. A lot of hell stuff that we're using all the time now. Oil cooler, brake calipers, again you can't see them, brake levers, but I reckon next week we'll have all the proper polished cases on it, and Jake may be at a stage where it will be built up so you can see the all the hell stuff on it, and we can measure up for the pipes. We've changed the bars from when we unveiled it because they were just 22 mil, so we've gone for fat bars on it with a bit of a rise, so you can have a look at that. Behind Toadfish is Rob XS400 that he had that was running in its original frame. It was a bit scabby, wasn't it?
A little bit.
So we're reframing it for him. Slightly different frame. It's kind of a worm burner, but it's got a bit of vegan eater in it because it's a small engine. So we've brought the down tubes in slightly. That's what happens on the vegan eater because it's for the small British twins. So it's a bit of a combination of everything, but we can do that. We can adjust and adapt and work all that out. So that's underway. Again, probably next week we'll probably have that rolling if it's not the powder coaters. Elliot's steamroller with a Road King engine in it. That's going to be a big bike, a big frame. But we're waiting for the wheels to come through on that before we put that in the jig, but it won't be too long. Finally, shall we go and see the little star of the show today with the sunshine on it? Now, Captain America. I actually think this come out better than the original. I'm not sure what everybody else thinks. I'll just let you all have a look at it for a minute and we can decide what we think of it. That's a hell of a seat. Now, as we've said, seamless, that was seamless with the headwear. This has got a airbag seat system in here, so it's separate to the main king and queen seat. They're still finishing off to do on this, but it is finally rolling, and really there's not a lot more we can say to that. We know it's retro, we know it's to the purist. It's got a front brake and it's a different engine, but I like this. I think it works. You're never quite sure if it is or it isn't, but yeah, there'll be a road test situation going on with this, won't there?
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know if you could hear me. There'll be a road test situation going on with this at some point. So yeah, keep an eye on this one. Hopefully we'll be getting this up and running next week, and yeah, we'll get some footage on that. So it does, yeah. I mean, it kind of speaks for itself. Again, a little bit like Marmite. Some people might not like it, but you know, fuck them. I think it looks good. I think it looks good. We're glad to be proud of that one, I think, aren't we?
Definitely.
And over in the little dark corner, if anyone's interested, we've got a Hayabusa 2008 with very low mileage on it. Obviously, we all know the Hayabusa's history. They're fucking quick back in the day, but they're still quick now. This is a very, very, very clean original. My wife doesn't like me using this statement, and it's also an unmolested version bit of kit. So it's only done just over 7,000 miles, and it's 6,500. We do thereabouts. Give us a call if you want to have a road test or you want to come and see it. We are actually here tomorrow, although we're working on our own stuff, as I said earlier. But yeah, if anybody's interested, give us a call or have a look on the website. It will be on there, but it's yeah, that's what it is. So that's a sort of a quick update for today, and we'll keep you updated. We'll have some different hats, helmets and headgear in general for next week, and quite possibly a different microphone.
Okay.
I make a good trucker. So Carl's bar hopper, which we've made slightly safer. Hold on, I'll have to make sure you can hear me on the microphone when I move this around. So, are you Oscar? See you later, mate. So the bar hopper, we've made slightly less lethal by giving it wider bars, and it is rideable. I have road tested this, and it is really good fun. Obviously, it has no front brake, which adds to the ambiance, and it's for a 1966 650 Triumph. I don't think I've ever come across one in all my years that starts as well as this starts, as I'm about to show you.
Do you want me to hold the mic?
Yeah, could you, mate? Please, thank you. I'll shout a bit louder in case you're struggling to hear me without the mic here. How cool is this? Sorry guys, I defy anybody to find a bike that will start as easy as that, being pretty much 40 years old, more than that, 66, almost as old as me. Fucking hell. Right, Toadfish's Bay, which is looking very, very smart and very different, isn't it?
Yeah,
actually, when you look at it now. This is Steve's build that we're finishing off. This is an old worm burner frame, very early because it's got the cast headstock bearing cups. So we're kind of putting all that back together for him properly. Toadie's done a number on the engine. That's going to be polished up, and we've got a few little bits to do on that. But again, we'll be cracking on with that. So it should be some good updates. Well, yeah. We've had a phone call on this. This just stopped running while the guy was riding it at 60 mile an hour, just cut out. But obviously it's a, what's the technical term for the Chinese stuff? Piece of Chinese shit?
I don't think we can say that.
No. Oh, right. Okay, we can't say that. It's an Oriental bike that's not quite up to the standards that we're used to. And we will do our very best to get that sorted. Pansies, which we're just waiting for a wheel. Bless him, he's been very patient. Sorry, Pansy, do apologise, but you were very good the other night when I saw you at the show. So the seat works, though, doesn't it?
Yep.
So you'll be pleased to know, Pansy, that the seat is spot on, lad. So we're just waiting for your wheel to turn up, and then that'll be done. That'll be done. I think that's getting flowing in from the States. Everything else in here is just sort of kind of waiting on bits. So the Valkyrie carb, gas tracker, Toadfishes, The big, oh, maybe, yeah, we might take this to the Heritage Sprint, although it might be pointless because it's just a big bore bandit, so it'll just go very quick in a straight line with a booster front end. Bit of Tom's collection of bikes here. The Monkey Chop, Gas Monkey Chop, we like to call it. Peter Hickman said we could use that name. Is just here because we had it at the show. We'll deliver that. And Tom, who owns that, this is his track bike that's just been to HM Racing, who have done a splendid job. HM Racing. Fit in their quick shifter and the gear lever, no, gear select, gear indicator light. That's the one. Just so you know what gear you're in. Owens is in there, which we've kind of seen. Fenner's bike's about. Gas Triumph at the back there. And the Miami Chop, which we still have if anybody's interested. Right, I'm going to rush upstairs very quickly. Before the cameraman gets there, he can have a slow walk up, and we'll show you what's going on in the showroom, because there's a fair. We've got some different things going on. Are very different. I don't think you would see these sort of bikes all in one place. So the GSF 750.
GSX 750F.
Get it right.
To be exact.
A Bruff. This is for sale. We had it, it's a customer's. We had it at Goodwood. It's got lots of stories to it, but ultimately it's a Bruff SS80, I think. And it's a rideable bike. It's for sale at 62,000, which is less than half price of if you want an original. And if you want to know more about it, just go on the website and read up on it, and you'll realise why it's 60 grand. But it is still a Bruff, and it's recognised on the Bruff Club. The Iron Banshee, that's definitely going to the Heritage, and I reckon we could win on this, because it fucking takes off like a rocket, and that is all it is on throttle. So when you're riding it on the road, there's no point in, if you're going through traffic, just have it on tick over and feed through, because the minute you go like that, it just takes off with old school girder forks. But you'll all know that from previous. So we're going to take that to the Heritage. Lully's Z900, which has got a big bore kit in it and a swinging on conversion, again, is for sale. Although Jay, our local postman's got a big interest in it. He's thinking about having it. But we've just got to talk about money. The Vincent Rapide, you've all seen. Again, it's up for sale. It's 45,000. 1947, breathed on engine. Probably raced at some point, but we can't find any provenance on it. That's not for sale, or is it?
Everything's for sale.
Everything's for sale. Everything's for sale. The Tiggs track bike, an old blade. You say old, but it's not actually that old, really, in the scheme of it, in the scheme of me. Jake's flat tracker, which he hasn't been out on lately, and a new addition. Fucking hell, oh man, I've forgotten what this is. Anyway, it's Lully's Vincent 500 1952 racer. This has definitely been raced. I think I might call them a grey flash or a blue.
Something like that.
Blue grey type flash. I think it's got flash in the name. Definitely got flash in the name. And this is where this comes into action. Because then I could be like, this, like George Formby in the TT racing. I like that. You can just imagine it, can't you, hey? Cracking on down with fuck all on your head, probably just a pair of leather trousers and some sort of Levi jacket or whatever. But apparently, yes, this is a very nice bike. This is for sale. It's not an original, because apparently an original is 150 grand or 130 grand, or I don't know. But this is for sale, and Lully would take probably 35,000 for it, 30,000, 35, something like that. But yeah, this is a pure race bike, no kickstart, open clutch to keep it cool. And it's a very, very nice bike. And then finally we come to the little MV Augusta 350, which again is for sale. The seat's just getting redone, so it's going to have a new seat on it. This is a lovely little bike, and it is ready, and it's for sale for around about £7,000. But again, all this stuff's on the website, on the sales website. So if you want to know any more about it, just go on there. And that's about all we have to say today, really. Nothing's going on in the photo studio. The CB750 is still there, but you know, that'll get done. So that's a little update on this side of the workshop. Well, it's another building really, but it's kind of connected. And we'll look forward to talking to you on the next one with how about a jaunty angle? Does it work better like that?
Even better.
Anyway, thanks for joining us, and we'll speak soon, maybe.
Maybe next
now
week.
The phone lines
lucky.
are fixed. You can actually talk to us if you call. We've had a nightmare. Anyway, that's it for the moment. Speak to you soon. Thank you. Bye. And while we're on the subject of hats, all the hats. Well, not actually. That's a lie. The bucket hats are all available online. If you want to go on our website, you can buy them online. And also, very important, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Have a safe day.